say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. I never took a straight pair.
Thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Nikki, and I will be doing my very first video, and it will be on a recap of last week's episode of Power, Season 3, Episode number 2, which was entitled, It's Never Over. I will not be going over every scene that happened in the episode, just what I thought was important. I will be looking down at my notes, which are on my cell phone. So just in case you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my notes. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and proceed with this recap. So the episode starts off with Ghost and Angela in the bed, and he's tossing and turning as Angela's sleeping peacefully in the bed, and we're trying to figure out why he tossing and turning, like what's really going on with him. So come to find out, the reason why he tossing and turning in the bed is because Tommy has yet to return his phone call, aka his boo has yet to return his phone call. So that's why he can't get no sleep. So next we see Ghost and Proctor in the office, and Ghost is basically asking Proctor he needs for him to get a location on Lobos. Now this is news to Proctor because he's looking at him like, what you mean a location? Word on the street is Lobos is dead, and Mo dead. He further goes on to say, if you really think he's alive and need further information, would ask your ex-girlfriend. So Ghost informs him that that ain't my ex. We still together. We still fucking. And Proctor basically sides eye Ghost like, y'all still fucking? Yeah, all right. Next thing we see is Ghost texting Tasha, advising her that he needs to come over to the house to see her. So we see that he walks in the house as Tasha's coming in the house as well with her groceries or whatever, and he asks her to give Tommy this check. So Tasha's looking at the check like, where does money come from? Because that money from that club, for these clubs, ain't bringing in no damn money with no damn 6 zeros behind that first digit. So he informs her that this is Tommy's half of all the businesses that I closed down, and once he gets his money, basically all ties are gonna be done. Tasha looking at him like, yeah, okay, whatever, bro. I don't know who you think you try to fool, but you ain't fooling me. So in this particular episode, I felt some type of way because Ghost has done Tasha so dirty in the first two seasons of Power, but he always runs to her for her help. He always runs to her for her to do his dirty work or his bidding on his behalf. But still, yeah, you've done her so wrong. Now, before I go on to the next scene, I just want to reiterate this right here. Tommy, to me, in my opinion, was on some fuck shit the entire episode. Like, he was on some really fuck shit the entire episode. So Julio and Tommy are walking down the street, and Julio's asking him, okay, when the product coming in, when the next shipment coming in, why the shipment was late, why the shipment was short, what we gonna do, if there's no product on the street, there's no money coming in. If there's no money coming in, there ain't nobody eating, and if no one's eating, then that's gonna be a problem. So Tommy basically telling him, I don't know yet what we're gonna do, I'm thinking about it. But he does curves Julio's idea about stepping on the product. So he basically tells Julio, just because there's new management does not mean we downgrade the product. So we move on next to the next scene, which is going to be Mike, who is Angela, Sachs, and Greg's supervisor. We see that he and Lobos' middleman are having a conversation, and Mike is basically telling Lobos' guy, it's so much shit going on in my office. I got one of the dudes in my office trying to locate Lobos' killer. I'm sorry, the person who tried to kill Lobos initially. He's investigating that. They're trying to bring in the Hernandez, just basically running down to him all the bullshit going on in his life. But F-Face dude looking at Mike like, okay, and what the fuck you telling me this for? This is your fucking department, and you need to handle your business. And if you don't, I'm about to come back and do a Grim Reaper on your ass. So Mike looking like, the fuck. So right before that scene happened, we see that Tasha goes over to Tommy's place to give him his check. But when she gets there, she's greeted with Holly at the door. And Holly, old skank ass, telling her, Tommy doesn't want to see you or Ghost. So Tasha tells her, oh yes, he does want to see me when it comes down to this money right here. And if he want his check, he gonna holler at your girl. And she happens to walk her ass on by. Moving right along. This next scene, to me, was the realest shit a friend could tell another friend or ask another friend. Because I really agree 100% with Keisha and what the fuck she asked Tasha. So we see Keisha and Tasha talking at Keisha's shop or place of employment, whatever. And Keisha basically asked Tasha some real life shit. She basically asked Tasha, how you gonna let your children stay the night at the side bitch house? And I'm looking at the screen like, yes, where y'all do that shit at? Because a bitch like me, who has been married for 10 years, would never, ever in a million years allow my children to stay the night at some side bitch's house. And I wish my husband would even fix his mouth, he would come at me with some whole shit like that. Cause that nigga know I'll fuck around, catch a case, kill him and his bitch he fucking. Moving right along. So we also learned that conversation that Tasha is basically done with the situation. She's trying to move on with her life. She's trying to, get her mind right, get her game plan together. And she also alludes to the fact that she pawned her wedding ring. But in all actuality, I don't even think she did that shit. I think she just alluded to that. I don't think she at all pawned her wedding ring at all. Now the next scene I want to speak about, that I want to discuss, is a scene that really pissed me off. Because in this particular scene, it let me know that James is not the business person, not the businessman. Ghost is. Because in this particular scene, we see that talking too much, people you don't know, or people you're just meeting about what you're trying to do, what you plan to do, what you are doing, can fuck around and bite you in the ass in the end for talking too fucking much. So we see that Dominique has gotten Ghost and then walk up to the club, but she's explaining to him that we got some big spenders in the house. They popping bottles, they're VIP, they shoot out that money, they spend a whole bunch of money in the club tonight, and they make it rain. So Ghost goes up to them, speaking to them, and he basically tells them, thanks for spending your money with me tonight. The next round is on me. You should come out to the new club I'm opening up verbatim. I'm relaunching in a few days. I'm gonna have the hottest DJ there. I get my money guns from so and so place. I'm gonna give you some VIP passes. Come on through. You can get some complimentary bottles on me. Just come on through with your people. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that scene because it plays into what I was talking about, talking too damn much. Now the next scene basically pissed me off as well too, because I feel like Ghost little boy Andre. Now I'm not saying that he needed to tell him everything that's going on, but I do believe he needs to at least let him know something, because basically Andre questioning Ghost, he wasn't questioning him basically to be nosy. He was questioning him because out of concern for his own safety. Being fucked up with somebody who got some kind of price on their head could in turn get you killed as well. So when Dre asks him about the card in the drawer, he tells him, you know, that card basically is a hit out on you, and because I fuck with you, they might be how they get me too. I just need to know who I need to be looking out for, like who the fuck I need to be watching my back for. Instead of Ghost telling him something, you know, just something, he tells him go back out to the club, go back out and do security. And I'm like, Ghost, you know you petty for that. You real petty. So next thing we see is that Tommy is still on his period because he meets up with Tasha, and he basically gives Tasha his ass a kiss the whole time they are at this diner, and they have a few words that are said between the two of them, and Tasha ends up getting mad about what he says to her, and she basically gets up and leaves. Next thing is Dre goes back to his hood, to the I think it was the rib shack. Goes back to his hood, and he basically, you know, his friends are basically clowning him by him being in a suit, just making jokes. But he basically tells them, you know, yeah, I've been out, you know, trying to get money the legal way. I'm out on the corner right now. I'm basically managing these 3 clubs, yada yada yada. So, oh boy, one of his buddies, one of his homies is like, oh shit, that's gonna be the next lick. So Andre basically tries to defuse the whole situation now before it gets out of hand. And he tells them, nah, bruh, I just started working there. Besides that, I don't know the ins and outs. They got expedition there, cameras all around, and most importantly, I ain't gotta go back to jail fucking with y'all niggas on some old fuck shit. So then we see Ghost and Proctor talking again in his office. Proctor basically tells him, you know, I looked to the system. All I found was a death certificate saying that Lobos is dead. That he is dead. So he further goes on to say, you know, if you really believe Lobos is alive, the only other thing I could think of is they're going to try him as a John Doe prosecution. And he further goes on to explain to Ghost what John Doe prosecution means is means that he's going to be tried as a John Doe. It's going to be a closed case. I'm sorry, not closed case. It's going to be a closed courtroom. And it will only be Lobos, his defense team, and the prosecution in the courtroom. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to light me a cigarette because I'm about to talk about Holly and this dumb bitch. And I can't, oh Lord. I hope somebody just fuck around and shoot her in the back of her head the next episode. Because I can't stand that bitch. Like, she's fucking dumber than dumb. I ain't never seen a bitch just fucking retarded for no fucking reason. So Tommy comes home, brings the check there, you know, brings the check home, shows Holly the check. And Holly's like, oh, we got this much money? And I'm like, but okay. That's him and his stupid ass bitch. So she's like, well, I can go to the bank tomorrow. I can put the money in the account. I can do this. I can do that. Yada, yada, yada. Tommy like, bruh, slow your fucking roll. Pump the motherfucking brakes. Bitch, I'll go handle my own fucking deposit tomorrow. What does this thieving asshole do? Oh, sorry. Let me repeat that. Let me say it again. This thieving, hoeing ass, thotting ass broad do. She decides to go ahead and get this nigga some head, and she proceeds to go down on her, go down on her man, and suck his dick. Sorry about that. One of my dogs woke up acting like he had a bad doggy dream. So excuse me. uh, she proceeds to give him some head, and as she's doing that, she took her hand and slid that damn check in the back of her pocket. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, I know this bitch can't be that motherfucking stupid that think she about to take this lump sum check in the bank and really believe she about to fucking deposit that shit in there like it's a fucking $20 check for her grandmama. I know she can't be that fucking stupid. Like, for real. And not only that, bitch, you can't fucking pass verification on this man's account. You're not on his account. You have none of his fucking information. How I fucking thought you was gonna do that shit? But okay. I was wrong. Cause this bitch is fucking stupid. She goes to the bank and she's trying to deposit the account. Deposit the check into the account. And just like any good banker would do, she's asking her all the right questions. So, what account you want this to go into? You have the PIN number, last four social security number. Okay, well, here the IRS papers go. What you want to do, girl? What you got? Bitch, you ain't got nothing. So she knows she can't do shit, but she can't go any further because she can't pass verification. Nothing. So she goes and she gets her stupid ass up, takes the information and the check, and she basically goes back home. And I'm thinking to myself, Tommy, how you fucking with a bitch who so fucking stupid that she gonna make y'all shit so fucking hot? Cause the last thing you need is for the fucking damn bank to get suspicious of how you get your motherfucking money. How you getting your motherfucking money? You know what I'm saying? How you getting your motherfucking money? Which is going to alert the police, alert the IRS, and a whole bunch of shit you don't fucking need. But the only thing that positive that came out of that situation was this right here. We find out that Miss Tasha, my girl, Teen Tasha, is the numbers chick. She the one who been laundering their money. And kind of find out she was almost done with her accounting degree prior to her getting married to Ghost. And she's the one basically be keeping them out of jail, not getting caught up on the IRS, basically keeping their money safe. Basically, she is basically the brains behind the operation. Now, on a side note, if Holly thinks for 1 minute that she's gonna bring Tasha into the mix, and Tasha's gonna teach her everything that she knows, and then she's gonna get rid of Tasha, like, really, bitch? Really? Okay. Like, she don't think at all. Like, one thing Tasha ain't, she ain't fucking stupid, and she ain't fucking basic. Like, I don't even understand why she's trying to underestimate Tasha for a fucking dummy. But okay. Now we're gonna go back to the scene where Ghost was talking to the two dudes in the club and how it's gonna play in right here. So it's the night of the opening of his new club, Verbatim, and kind of find out Dominique tells Ghost that the DJ that he wanted is not coming to their club; that he's going across the street to the other club across the street. So I know you guys are probably thinking, okay, well, how is that Ghost's fault? Dre's the one who was supposed to get the contract signed. Okay, no problem. This is gonna be my rebuttal to that. Number one, had Ghost not opened his fucking mouth from the gates, even say anything about old boy coming to his club, what he's about to do, they would even had the opportunity to slide in there to get him. Number two, you are the boss. And number three, it's your business. And number four, if when shit go wrong, it falls back on you. Because again, you are the boss. So I can't be too bad at Andre. But they will be getting back at them, clapping back at them in later date and later time as they plot on them. Now, Tasha ends up going over to Angela's house. And again, she's looking stupid as fuck. As always. So she's checking the apartment. She's looking around, make sure things baby proof. She's letting her know The baby only drinks, I think, organic milk or whatever. She's potty training. She's trying to figure out where her kids go sleep at. And she's looking like this little small ass apartment. But okay, this is what he wanted. He can have it. Like, he can have it. But before Tasha leaves, she does drop this little jewel on Angela and says this right here to her. You wanted him, then you wanted them. I'm going to say it one more again. You wanted him, then you wanted them. I'm going to leave it at that. So now the kids get to Angela's house. Tasha was being petty. She did drop them off a little early, but that's neither here nor there. So so Angela gets home and she's shocked because the kids are there. And I'm looking at that girl, why are you shocked? You already knew that they were coming, regardless of the fact that they may have come a little early. Bitch, they were still coming. So why you looking shocked as fuck? But okay. So the kids are trying to act, act civilized, act like, she alright with us. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, we gonna play big, happy, blended family, whatever. But Tariq, crazy ass, he looking like, I just want to go to fuck home. Like, why the fuck are we even here? So I guess everything is going good, cool in the house, whatever. Until Tariq decides to go snooping. So he goes into the closet and finds Angela's gun. Now, they don't show us what he does with the gun. They didn't show him picking the gun up. So we don't know whether or not he took the gun with him, he put it back, or what he's going to do with it. But I will say this right here. Tariq gonna be the one to look out for to do some nut shit this season. And he gonna do some nut shit because his family life at home is kind of fucked up right now. Now, Sax ends up locating the dude who stabbed Lobos initially. So he's going to the jail to meet him, to interrogate him, to try to get him to flip. But on his way out, he shows Mike the picture and the name of the inmate. And before Sax can even leave the office, Mike on that horn telling the people, I need this right here done. I need that work done. So back at the house with Ghost, Ghost, Angela, and the kids are. Ghost ends up getting a call for Tommy. Tommy tells him, meet me at the bridge. So Ghost leaves his kids there with Angie. He goes out to meet Tommy on the bridge. Now he's looking at this water like, I know Tommy here. I know that this nigga trying to figure out whether he gonna shoot me or not. I know he ain't got the heart to shoot me. And you can tell that, he knew Tommy didn't have the heart to shoot him because he had that smug look on his face the entire time he was looking at that fucking water. So Tommy ends up texting him and telling him I couldn't make it. Something came up. So then Tommy goes on a little coke binge and gets coked the fuck up and fucks around and ends up, I'm not sure he beat him to death, but he beat the dude up pretty bad. One of his workers up. And Julio and the other dude looking at Tommy like, yo, what the tire fuck? The last scene. So Tommy gets home. He's on the window stoop with his gun in his hand. And he's like crying, sniffling and crying all his feelings. And he's very emotional. And then Holly comes in the door and trying to figure out what's going on. So he basically explains to her that he failed in his dummy mission, that he could not kill Ghost. This bitch come on her face and say, if you can't kill Ghost for yourself, kill him for me. Okay. So then we hear a knock at the door, like the police coming in as a raid and shit, banging at the door. And in walks Tasha, and she says, I hear you have a problem. Maybe I could be of some assistance. And that's how the episode ended for this week. Now, I will say this right here. I am an avid Power watcher. I haven't watched it for the last 2 seasons. I was pumped as fuck when season 3 started. I am ready. I know this has been the first 2 episodes. However, I am ready for it to be all the way live on this show. Hopefully this week we will get some action, some action going on this week. I don't have any predictions Well, what I do want, Holly to die. Please, somebody just dome that bitch. I don't care how y'all do it, just kill that bitch. So this has been my recap for Power, episode 2 of season 3. It's never over. Thank you for watching this video. And before I forget, please comment, like, and subscribe. And I will be back this week with episode number 3. You guys have a great day.